a look at this picture. Cute, right? This is an illustration of a family of penguins. In fact, this is a real family of penguins living in New York City. Actually, this illustration is the front cover of a children's book based on this family of chinstrap penguins. Would you allow your child to read this book? The smaller penguin in the front is named Tango, and behind him are his father Roy and his other father Silo. Their story began when a zookeeper saw Roy and Silo trying to hatch a rock that looked something like an egg. The zookeeper then gave them an egg that had been abandoned. The two penguins took turns sitting on the egg until a tiny baby penguin named Tango was hatched. Some parents and organizations say the book is inappropriate for children due to the fact that Tango's parents are of the same sex. The term gay was never mentioned in this book, yet this book was at the top of the list of challenged books in 2010. Would you allow your child to read it now that I have told you the story behind the cover of this challenged book? So, what exactly is a challenge? Well, according to the American Library Association, a challenge is an attempt to remove or restrict material based upon the objections of a person or group. To give you an idea of how many books are being challenged, in 2010 alone, 348 titles were challenged in just this 1 year. And since 1982, more than 11,000 books have been challenged. That's an average of 375 books per year. Here, I am only telling you about those books that have been challenged. Missing from this equation are the books that have been banned. These banned books are completely removed from the libraries and the curricula. You may ask yourself, well, why are books even challenged or banned in the first place? According to the Office of Intellectual Freedom, this occurs because they want to protect the child, and they give us the top 3 reasons why materials are challenged or banned. Number 1 on their list is that the material is considered sexually explicit. Number 2 is that the material contains offensive language. And number 3 is that the material is unsuited to any age group. And because of these main reasons, parents and organizations continue to fight to remove these books or completely succeed in removing these books from the shelves of our children's libraries and daily curriculum. But in reality, only 70 to 80% of the challenged books are reported at all. This is something that has gone on for years now. Let me take you back to 1939, for instance. In Missouri, the Eastern St. Louis Public School burned The Grapes of Wrath, written by John Steinbeck, because it contained vulgar language. In 1960, in Tulsa, Oklahoma, a teacher was fired for assigning J.D. Salinger's The Catcher in the Rye to her 11th grade English class. The book was removed from the school. Take The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn by Mark Twain, banned for using the N-word. And in 1983, The Diary of a Young Girl by Anne Frank was banned from the Alabama State Textbook Committee for being, and I quote, a real downer. To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee for using the N-word and for promoting white supremacy. And one extremely popular series amongst young adults, the Harry Potter series by J.K. Rowling, which was banned and was described as one of the most banned books of the past decade. According to Forbes, this may have been the one book series that got our children reading again. Through the years, there has been so much attention given to these books, but mostly because of the celebration created specifically for challenged and banned books. This celebration is called Banned Book Week, which is celebrated in libraries and bookstores all across the United States on the last week of September. They emphasize the freedom to read by displaying the most challenged books and to bring awareness to the censorship of books. Many of the books that are being banned are works of literacy that are very well known and are popular amongst our cultures, whether it be a 32-page children's picture book or an entire series of fantastical books about adolescent wizards. Parents will always be concerned about what is out there. Children will always be curious and dive into a book. And authors will always be thinking up ideas and typing away at a coffee shop somewhere, not knowing that maybe tomorrow the title of their own book may be on the list of challenged or banned books out there.